Hey! I'm just getting everything set up right now, so just give me one moment. Read to me, Daddy. Oh, I will. I think I'm 13. Highly disturbing content. What? Let's see. New game. What should my name be? Enter your name. She's got a point. I don't know what to name myself. Fuck it. We'll just do my name. Is it screwed up? Oh. I think that's better. I have never done a stream, by the way, where I actually have to read out loud. This is gonna be weird. Hey! I see an annoying girl running towards me from a distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor, and good friends since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. Sounds like me. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. This is so weird reading. Haha! I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Hey, you say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Austin. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me, after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Austin, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already. I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. Eh? That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of the many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Can we get Cynthia to read the female part to you? That's up to her. You want to read the female part? She's shy, even more so than me.
That's not bad. I'm in Desolates too.
What?
I'm in DT.
She's in Desolates too. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. What the fuck is a NEET? She's in Desolate's tomb. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright, alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. Do it for the stream.
Do it for the stream.
No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. She said okay. As soon as she's done with Desolate's tomb. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. In that case, give me 1 second really quick. Let me go get my, blue ice mic. microphone is. That sucks. I spent a lot of money on that. Anita is a young person who is not in education, employment. Oh.
No, I did not.
Gotcha. Well, I'm gonna get potatoes while she finishes that. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Good choice. Hello! Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know. Know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah?
So basically,
There is no way I'm going to your club. Eh? Meanie.
so you should check out this group.
Sayori is vice president of the literature club.
Yes.
Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. I think I skipped a part on accident just now. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Atsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Can you guys hear Cynthia talk?
Testing, 1, 2, Nacho.
I can't hear.
Oh, hi Drake.
I can hear it through yours.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
clearly though?
Like she sounds like she's kind of far away.
I need sound too, that's the bad part. Well, Merrick heard you, he said nachos. Wait, how did you get this room?
I didn't teach.
This is a locked room.
He's a creeper like that.
Kaka. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door.
Oh, is that me?
That's you.
Oh, everyone, the new member is here.
I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. You're the girls.
Oh, I'm all the girls? I have to be all the girls? Riri, what have you done? You guys, welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure to meet you. Oh, it's a pleasure meeting you. Apparently I can't read. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy?
Hell yeah, she brought a boy.
Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Austin, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. Okay, well, I can't do 4 different voices, so,
Oh, I've got the best line ever. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Hell yeah.
Really? What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it.
Sorry.
Natsuki.
The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori.
You can just ignore her when she gets moody.
Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls.
Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that.
Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you.
And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Austin. Why did I just put my butt in the air?
Monica smiles sweetly. Well, hello, Monica. We do know each other well. We rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica is probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica.
Come sit down, Austin. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica.
I choose Monica.
I'll get the cupcakes. Hi, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. And how about I make some tea as well?
The girls have a few desks around to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand.
Okay, are you ready? Ta-da!
Not really, Brie. I didn't choose anybody.
He's lying.
Wow.
He already wants
That's
someone
not me.
with-
That's you.
Oh. Whoa!
Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears.
I want to see him. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. Well, you know. You're a proud little thing. Just hurry and take one.
Sayori grabs one first, then Monica, I follow.
It's delicious.
Sayori talked with her mouth full, and has already managed to get icing on her face. I choose her. She's awesome. I turn the cupcake around on my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? Is it poisoned?
Already?
Is she already trying to kill me? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki.
Well, why are you thanking me? It's not like I...
Haven't I heard this somewhere before?
made them for you or anything.
Yes, Drake. Anti does have a new sound. Eh? I thought you technically did. Say what he said.
Well, maybe. But not for, you know, you dummy.
Alright, alright. Take her damn cupcakes back then. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom?
Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
I guess.
Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not.
Insulted, Yuri looks away.
I meant that, you know.
I believe you. Kind of. Well, tea and reading might be a pastime might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea.
I'm glad.
Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me.
So what made you consider the literature club?
I didn't. I was dragged along. I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. I was right. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so...
That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president As president of the literature club, it is my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year?
Well, you know... To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader.
Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all of the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you are both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. Oh my god, how much more is she gonna say? I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it.
Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature.
So, Austin, what kinds of things do you like to read?
You don't want to know.
You don't want to know.
Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that.
Everything with pictures.
Manga?
Pictures.
I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that can change.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
What am I saying?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I spoke without thinking about seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyways, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. Wow. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive.
Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid that since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people.
Yeah, people suck. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror... Oh no, that's easy.
I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimum level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock.
Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you? I guess you can say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror.
Horror hates you. You're out of the picture.
Oh, you know you like her. Oh, why is that? Well, I just...
Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second.
Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about the cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! And give that back!
No, I want to read it.
Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are.
Sayori settles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders.
I'm not cute.
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No!
Natsuki averts her eyes.
You want to like them.
Not a very confident writer yet.
I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest forms of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. Look at her face.
I guess it's the same for Yuri.
Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems.
We all sit in silence for a moment.
Okay. I have an idea, everyone.
Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! Girl, this girl.
She is way too spunky.
Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it'll help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Austin?
Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem.
Hey, what's that?
Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes.
But I'm sorry, I thought. Austin.
You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is a place I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls, I'll do it. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'm joining the anime club. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up.
Yes, I'm so happy.
Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey!
You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would have been super pissed.
I don't even like cupcakes. How does that make you feel?
And that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club.
Hey, Odette. You want to come read with us? Thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share.
Monica looks over at me once more.
Austin, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. No. No. That's horrible.
Do I actually get to write my own poem? Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food.
Hey Austin, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together?
Sure. That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stays after school for clubs. Sure, might as well.
Yay!
With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight.
Yeah, roses are red.
Oh shit, I do get to write my own poem.
Oh!
Rip
the
game.
dream.
Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Papa.
Oh no. Oh no. You already started off so bad.
Passion.
Oh my god! Those don't even go together!
Bed.
Oh my god!
Sensation.
Stop it!
Nightgown.
Oh my god.
Sticky.
Stop it. Stop it. Pure.
Pure. Massacre. What the fuck?
Cheeks.
Cry.
Oh no.
Shame. The walk of shame.
The water.
This is turning rated R. Hair.
Woo.
Suicide? What the fuck? What is with these random words in here? Doki doki. Uncontrollable. This is gonna be the most sensual poem ever. Misery. After all of this, just misery.
Just ass push. Drake. Don't judge Drake. Let's see your poem skills.
The words you choose reflect which girl... Yeah, I figured that would happen. Clumsy. Alone. Why is there, like, really depressing shit in here? Oh.
Make it more sensual.
Her. Warm. Parfait? We're gonna go for a parfait afterwards? I'm loud. With a little nibble.
Oh, okay, so every time you click one of them jumps up.
That's what I just noticed.
No, Drake.
What's
You need to stop.
Romance.
Fantasy. Through
But
the
shiny.
Oh, but the shiny. But the shiny. It's not Pokemon.
This is my poem.
Oh.
Shiny.
Oh. It's not Pokemon.
Lust. Pleasure. Who won?
Hi again, Austin. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha ha ha.
Nah, don't worry. I wrote the best poem ever for you.
What?
This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out.
Thanks for keeping your promise, Austin. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack.
Fuck you. That's why I didn't choose you.
What's Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year.
Because I didn't.
And last year too.
And I didn't.
I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what.
Yeah, mostly.
But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Ha ha ha. What is this game? Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room.
Oh shit! Called out.
Boom.
Natsuki finds herself stuck between, say, Monica and manga.
Manga is literature.
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. She's pouting.
She's pouting. Don't worry, guys. Austin always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. Haha.
Yes.
What is this game? He helps me with busy work without even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room.
What am I doing in her room?
I'm judging. I'm totally judging. How dependable.
Sarah, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once.
Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come you and Austin can become good friends too?
She's twirling her hair.
She is twirling her hair. Look at that shyness. Psychology.
Sayori. As usual, Sarah seems oblivious to the weird shit situation she just put me into.
Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know. But wait, Sayori.
Me?
Not really. Don't be shy.
She's like that perky friend that always gets you into trouble when she doesn't mean to.
It's really nothing.
What is it? Chocolate?
Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. Oh, what do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking.
I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Oops, I tripped. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what.
Is that so?
Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be.
Alright. No, that's not what she's gonna do. Well, here.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
I knew it. It was a book. I didn't want you to feel left out. So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. That's mine. And we could, you know.
You know what? I don't want to go any further.
You don't want to go any
We're just going to
further?
end it there.
Wow.
Stream over. Good night, guys.
Discuss it if you wanted.
Craig's like, wait, what? You can just end it there. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book.
Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Mona to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. We gotta read the poems. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaged around in the closet. What's there in the closet?
Ugh.
I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there?
Frickin' Monica. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up?
Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga.
You read manga, right?
Sometimes? Manga is one of the things where you can't admit you're really into until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know anyway?
I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. How's that written on your face?
What's that supposed to mean?
What is that supposed to mean? I'm offended.
I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst stacks of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. I was muted.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, I was coughing.
Oh. Well, I said it.
Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest.
Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world.
I feel that way with movie sets too. Like, or seasons of shows, and you have one that's missing. It drives me insane.
Well, like how your papa has?
Yes. I know that feel.
Oh, see?
See, he knows it too. I get a closer look at the box set she's admiring. Parfait Girls?
Parfait.
It's a series I've never heard of in my life.
Oh, you picked parfait.
Shit.
Oh, you put parfait in the words?
That probably means it's either way of my demographic or it's simply terrible.
If you're gonna judge, you can go do it through the glass in that door.
She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything.
It was the tone of your voice.
I didn't even say anything, so how was the tone of my voice?
But I'll tell you one thing, Austin. Consider this a lesson straight from the Literature Club. Don't judge a book by its cover.
Ha! That pun.
In fact...
Natsuki pulled out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box.
I'm gonna show you exactly why.
She shoved the books right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire, striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly Mo.
Don't just stand there.
What? Natsuki grabs my arms and pulls me out of the closet.
Ah, you got pulled out of the closet.
She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat.
Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Because... reasons.
Eh? Why is that? I guess it's easier to be closer together like this. Hehe.
Don't say that. Don't make me feel weird about it.
You're welcome. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Just an inch. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am.
Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You
don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then?
Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention?
I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be a plot?
Well, obviously. You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot?
Yes.
I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with the guy at the ice cream shop, but that just helps you get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there are all kinds of drama. Like when they get into all their backstories, when some of them romance starts to happen. That's really what makes it so good. There are so many touching parts. So many touching. What is this game?
Ah, is that so?
Bree, what have you done?
Well, that was literally nothing like gutter at all. That was just your mind going straight to the gutter. It sounds like you really know what you're talking about.
Don't blame me.
Maybe I underestimated you.
Hey, wait. What's that supposed to mean?
Ooh-ah.
Ooh.
Ooh-ah.
Wow.
Blah. Natsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant that I haven't seen you at your full power. Okay, Frieza.
Okay. Good save.
This chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga?
Well,
Natsuki pauses for a moment, as if she doesn't want to admit something.
this is not relaxing, Bree. This is not relaxing. I'm judging every one of these girls, and I'm judging the awesome character.
That's me.
Yeah, you. I'm judging you. Why does that matter?
It doesn't. I was just curious. You know, you say that it's a relaxing dating sim game, but at the very beginning of it, it did specifically state disturbing content. Still trying to figure out what the hell that means. Since you enjoy baking too, right?
Drink. It's the raid. That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got into this manga.
Judging could be relaxing.
Like, I would never get into anything because it's a manga. I feel bad for anyone that impressionable. Ah ha 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 ha. Wow.
Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick up from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Halfway through, it seems aliens infect them all, and it's a parasite all over again.
Oh my god.
That was a good anime, by the way. Not to mention, she's really good at it, so who am I to judge?
Yeah. Oh.
She's adorable. We read on for a few more minutes. I finished a couple chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you?
It's not.
Even though you're just watching me read?
Well, I'm fine with that.
If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't? She doesn't have any friends.
Oh, it's the tsundere in there. That's not. Well, I wouldn't really know.
What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends?
Could you not rub it in? Jeez.
Ah, sorry.
Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids.
Protect that smile.
No, that smile's gone. The smile's gone. It's gone.
This is where she says all her manga is yaoi.
I knew it. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Whoa, the shame. Makes me want to punch them in the face. Whoa!
You go, girl.
The aggression.
I like you all of a sudden.
No.
I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who won't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Wait, which part?
Right. I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. What? I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. What?
Probably burn it.
This one is the one with the dad issues, and you pick Papa.
Shit.
Oh, at least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica was kind of a jerk about it. Oh, I just can't win, can I?
Well, it's paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it.
Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems.
Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? Look, it's a face.
It's a face. That's another face. That's not a face. So? Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what?
That's what we've been doing this whole time. Chillax, lady. Yeah. I flip the page. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing.
I ain't gonna laugh. Ha ha ha.
This girl looks 9.
She does look like a 9-year-old. I totally forgot that happens.
Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels.
Minori is my favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter.
Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that Natsuki for whom it's a rare experience. Protect smile.
Smile.
The thought makes me smile a little to myself.
Okay, everyone.
I totally forgot about that.
Are you all ready with today's poems? Yes!
Yes.
Oh, come on! Could your timing be any worse? Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there. Eh? Ah!
Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me.
Oh.
Alright. Guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki. You're just giving... That's not me. That's you.
You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens?
Yeah, but... Monica just said...
Oh, I don't even know who it is. Don't be dumb. Just take it home with you.
Eh? Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I really didn't plan on using my spare time to read this.
Well, of course. It would take forever to finish it if you didn't take it home.
Just read the last 5 pages and tell her how it ends.
Wow. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you.
Ooh. Feisty. By tomorrow? I only got partway through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some good shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Yeah, probably that part. Alright then. I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag.
By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
See. Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. Ow. I couldn't really find this inspiration since I've never really done this before.
Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait!
Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. That's my kind of girl. Disorganized.
That is totally not the girl you're gonna end up with, by the way.
On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. My dog ate my poem. Who should I share my poem to first?
Alright, you guys, who should he do it to?
Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, or Monica?
Doom, doom, doom.
I'm leaning towards Yuri.
Doom, doom, doom. Doom, 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 doom. Great. Pick one. Oh.
I'm gonna go with Yuri.
Bri's like, whatever then.
Oh, she said Natsuki as soon as I clicked it. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her.
The most experienced. Look, see? You even took that the wrong way.
I can trust her opinion, to be fair. Sorry, Bree. I clicked it as soon as you said it. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. She was the one with all the depressing shit, like suicide and massacre and depression.
Yes. Oh! Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. How do you forget to start speaking?
Don't mind Bree, don't let her steer you. It's fine, don't force yourself.
I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on.
She don't like it.
She don't like it. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right?
She hates it.
She hates it.
I knew it.
She said, what the fuck?
I should have listened to Bree. Yeah. Why do you ask?
I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading. I guess that it might be after reading through it. Okay.
Ah, so it's that bad.
No.
It's terrible.
No. Not at all. Did I just raise my voice?
Yeah, you did. Basically what you said is it's trash. Crumple it up and throw it in there.
Oh.
Rude.
I'm so sorry.
Rude. Can't
I
take
said
it
I'm
back.
so sorry.
Can't take it back
I
now.
said I was sorry.
Yuri blushes, her face in her hands. Buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? That's you.
Right. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers.
Like
Roses
misspellings
are red.
and I didn't put the comma in the right spot.
Roses are red, violets are blue. And having been through... Thanks a lot,
I didn't mean
Jordan.
to.
Thanks a lot, Jordan. Now I'll never know what she said. Yeah, you get that, Bert. You get that, Bert. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened.
You're weak. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Oh, sorry. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased though. Biased? Yes.
Biased? How?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that.
She was gonna insult her manga. Next.
Sorry.
It's cool. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yurizi apologized to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Please don't. Yuri smiles dreamily as if it's the rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Oh, that's an actual poem. Ghost Under the Light. The tendrils
of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Ooh, I like. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting.
What? I wasn't thinking that at all.
But it took you a long time to read.
It's because I'm stupid and there's too many big words. Well, I just don't read script very often.
Yo, are you sure this isn't your character?
I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
Are you sure you're not in this game?
What?
That's a relief.
Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
It really is a spirit animal, Drake. It really is. Like, he literally is inside of there. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
Hoo-hoo. What is hoo-hoo? What is hoo-hoo? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Austin.
Really? I thought that it was.
Did you really?
Yes. I must have totally missed the point. Because the flickering, she flickers back. Ghost flicker. You only see him for a blink of a second.
Maybe it's a heartbeat? I don't know. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all.
True story, I actually made this game.
But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That is impressive.
It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying.
I'm counting on you. Who next?
We'll go with Bree's choice.
Bree's choice.
The Suki.
Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like.
Damn!
Bam! Brutality. First of all,
Natsuki rereads my poem.
never mind. I don't feel like giving you my opinion.
She likes every single part of it. Hey, then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said.
Ooh. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poems if yours was really bad. What? You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what a real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. Does that mean you did it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Does that mean you did a good job?
It means I did a good job. So, in other words, you're saying you liked it?
Erk.
Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat.
Oh, you're so You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. You don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important.
Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or loss that she likes my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Because I showed you mine.
I got it.
Kinky girl.
You're fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Yes.
Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Cricket can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. What?
Oh, God. Oh, no. You guys.
What the hell?
Bree, that was horrible. Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I like the part about the monkeys climbing. I like it. Oh. It said just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff.
Fuck sophistication.
So people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Like monkeys climbing and people flying? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like people trying to fly. Like in this poem.
What part hit me hard?
Oh God, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. What? That's what it was?
Yeah, I understand.
No, that's not what she said. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay.
I liked your poem, just to be honest.
Oh, whatever. Like I set up the rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro.
Look at her face.
Yes. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Drake called it. She's
Yeah.
9 years old.
Guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Monica. You choose.
Sayori. This is a good poem, Austin. See?
Damn right it is.
Are you sure it's your first time?
That's what she said. Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time?
I guess you're right.
But
But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you just wrote one.
more kinky girls.
It just reminds me of how you really are a part of the club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room? Question mark?
This is literally your spirit animal.
Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See? It's like I said before, Austin. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here.
Yeah, I don't think she gets it either.
I think Monica's the only one that gets it, and she just played along with it. Then again, I can't deny she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah.
She reminds me of... Shit, what's her name in Corpse Party? One of the characters from Corpse Party. I can't remember her name, though. Sakura?
Corpse Party? And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here today. Okay? That will be my way of thanking you.
Oh, she's gonna have fun. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then.
Yay! Now you read my poem too, right?
I'm scared to. Could it be something about unicorns?
Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
We'll see about that. Dear Sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rug the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast.
That's my spirit animal right there.
Sayori, it was beautiful. This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this?
No. Just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
Ah, yeah. I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. I wanted to read that part.
This one?
Yes.
Naomi.
She gets murdered.
Oh, why would you say that? Why would you make me look that up?
You haven't played Corpse Party?
No.
It's like one of those RPG Maker games. It's freaky as hell. Even though you were late to school.
It's bad to skip breakfast.
Look at her face. It's like she's eating right now.
I mean, breakfast is an important meal of the day. I get all cranky.
Me too. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyways, thanks for showing me.
I'm not laughing. This was so much fun. Monica's the best.
Yeah.
But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
You're gonna forget again. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Monica.
Hi, Austin.
Hola.
Having a good time so far?
¿Cómo estás? Yeah.
Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me? You skipped it.
What?
You're lying.
There was just dots.
No, it said something about it. Something embarrassing.
I said it was embarrassing.
No.
Yes, I did.
No.
I did.
Don't worry, Austin. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of a barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem.
Mm-hmm. I like it, Austin. Did she even read it?
No. Really?
It's a lot cuter than I expected.
Ah, jeez.
No. It kind of makes me think of something not Sakura right. I do it! And she's a good writer too.
Oh. It says so take that as a compliment. That's me. If you say so.
If you say so. Yep. By any chance, have you read anything by Shel Silverstein?
Define red. Eh? Maybe a long time ago.
He's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a few simple words. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad, and sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody.
I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that?
Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably wouldn't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're such challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it'd be your kind of a poem to explore.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everybody else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. That was you, by the way. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now?
Not really.
Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. Just like these. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know.
I see. Well, let's just read it then. Oh shit. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes? A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer outside for a clue. No! I can't see. I reel blind like a film left out in the sun, but it's too late. My retina's already scorched with the permanent copy of meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Scratching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in.
Ooh.
Shit was deep.
So she's the one with the papa problems. I'm calling it now. So what do you think?
It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. Calm. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Hello.
Hello.
Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow.
We're streaming. Sky.
Hi, Sky.
Hello.
Wait a minute.
I saw you in the.
That's my advice for the today.
Yeah, we're streaming this story thing.
Thanks for listening.
Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Oh, wait, that's not me, that's you.
Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Oh, that was my fighting word right
Uh-oh.
there. Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say?
Uh-oh.
Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions.
Crumple it up and drop it in the trash, what she's gonna say.
If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it. And Austin did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own.
Go fuck yourself.
First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style.
Ooh. Sassy.
I don't expect it to change anytime soon, so unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Austin liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I don't want to go any further.
Uh-oh.
I'm about to die.
Oh? I
mu-
didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
The music just stopped.
Rare. Eh? That's not what I... You're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Austin appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know that he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? Rare. No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Oh,
Bam.
throwing shade.
The shade. The shade. Ooh. I think you joining this club was a terrible idea.
This was a terrible idea. I'm gonna die.
What did you do to these girls? Is everyone okay?
Don't you get involved, Sayori.
Well, you know what?
What?
I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Austin started showing up. Wow. Natsuki!
Wow.
Wow!
Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you.
Shit.
I don't like fighting, guys.
Wait, was it a tie between them? Was it 10-10? Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there.
Austin. She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she can
No, girls, you're both pretty.
If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Austin. Wait! There is a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessary limited yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Austin?
Don't you bring me in the middle of this.
Oh, you
I gotta use the restroom. I think I hear my mom calling.
Well...
You're both pretty. How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whomever I agree with will probably think more highly of me.
Wow. That is one of those wow moments.
Wow.
Wow!
Wow.
Help me! Sayori! Help! Natsuki? Natsuki glares at me, drying up any words I had in my mouth. So instead I turn to Yuri. Yuri? But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. I think I just fucked up. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Music stopped again. Sayori! Help! Help me.
You done fucked up.
I done fucked up.
Eh?
Yeah. Everyone's fight is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this?
Austin. Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. Ooh,
Oh, shit.
the shade. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings onto our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk he's being.
I just made it worse.
You just made it worse. She would never. It's your immaturity that's made her upset in the first place. Excuse me?
Wow.
Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why. Exactly why nobody likes. Stop!
Her eyes. She got keyboard in her face.
Natsuki, Yuri,
They're both pretty.
you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, my friends, okay? And I love them because of their differences.
Yes, Rayo. This is exactly what we were talking about in the Discord.
Natsuki's poems. They're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting?
Shit's about to go sour still. They're about to go in on her. They're gonna murder her right now.
But because... Well...
I mean, Bree could always help voice them too, you know.
Also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they've always were. Wow. Big and beautiful. Big and beautiful.
Yeah, big and beautiful. Sayori. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression.
I'll make some tea.
Yuri rushes off.
Yo. We should totally do this. This is your chance.
Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is vice president. I whisper to Monica. She nods in return.
Why does Monica look like she's about to punch you in the face?
It looks like she is.
To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organize things. But I'm not very good with people.
Bree wants to be Monica.
I couldn't even bring myself to interject. Sky has to be somebody else. Sky, you pick a person. Please don't.
I
Please.
don't know any
Please
people.
take the Sonere.
Anybody with
Take the
glasses.
Sonere.
They have a glass of character. And I'll be like super dramatic.
As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me.
Nah. It's not like I could blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either.
Well, I guess that means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she?
You could say that.
You know fucked up. You literally just picked...
She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing.
I see. Take good care of her, okay? You literally picked Sayori out of all of the girls.
Did I get her? Did I get Sayori?
That's literally what this means.
How did that happen?
I'm pretty sure this is what it means.
I would hate to see her get herself hurt. No, that wasn't me. That was you.
That
That makes two of us. You could count on me.
what is that?
Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more.
Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing your poems?
How do you think they felt? There was almost a boxing match in the middle of the freaking room.
It was a lot of fun. Oh my gosh.
How?
Wait. The question.
Yes.
Is the voice that's not been claimed yet? I will claim that one very much.
Who do you want? Bree wants either Monica or Yuri.
I do not care.
Sayori? Cynthia will be Sayori.
No.
You want Natsuki?
No.
I'll be the last pick. But how am I supposed
Those
to
two are
read
the
it?
worst.
Read it? That's the only thing.
Well, you can download it. It's free. On Steam. It only takes like 2 minutes to download.
It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly.
Alright,
Yeah, tomorrow we'll pick it up again. After we're done with this part, I'm going to save it because I do want to play a little bit of Blade and Soul.
yeah, cool.
Austin, how about you? Well, you were in a shit.
Yeah, I'd say the same. I almost seen a chick fight. Like right in front of me. It was an awesome day.
Flying.
It was neat thing to talk with about with everyone.
Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. What? And maybe you learned something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. So another day of poems. You're gonna die tomorrow.
I think to myself, fuck. I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means that I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with a newfound determination.
Austin, ready to walk home?
Sure, let's go. That was a different tone from last time. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier.
What do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often?
No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you?
No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you.
You know, Austin, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in that club. But I think seeing you get along with everybody else is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too.
That's...
Every day is going to be so much fun. Oh my god.
Ugh. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to onto the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's do this.
Oh, yeah, see it.
Alright. So we're gonna pick off tomorrow at the poem. Poem number 2. Dose. See you guys on Blade Soul.
Woohoo!
Have a good night.